You're watching the Transporter YouTube channel.
We're going to get into the money. So let's talk money. Single pole versus multi-haul. Which one are you going to choose, you know? You guessed it. I'm getting DOT inspected. Hey guys, it is Monday night. Getting ready to load. I'm at the Topeka lot. And there's 4 heavy hitters over there. And 5 more heavy hitters over there, with the exception of that second one. That's a smaller unit, but there's the old Riverstone. There's 3 of them, and a Cedar Creek. Anyway, I'm just glad I'm not hauling one of them. Ugh. Been there, done that. No fun. They do pay more. It's like $1.90, $1.95 or whatever a mile, but anyway, this is our 2 units. 2 Cherokee Wolf Pup Black Label single axle. Should be easy peasy. It's already evening time. Try to jam these out real quick before it gets dark. Shouldn't have to tuck them. Take jacks off, none of that nonsense. This should be pretty straightforward. I'm gonna set up the tripod and let you guys watch me get to work here. Alright, before I get started, I want to tell you, this video is going to be single pole versus multi-haul. Which one are you going to choose, you know? So I'm going to compare rates. We did a poll. I'm going to put that right here. And that shows the average rate people are getting for single poles. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it takes to do this multi-haul load. Get it there, get it delivered, see if we find any back hauls, and get back. And then we're going to compare that to a single pole, same trip, same mileage. You know, we're going to have to estimate some figures because I'm not going to do a single pole. But I just wanted to show everybody, you know, what it takes and what, you know, single pole is easier, obviously, but is it worth it to do all this work, and what the difference is in pay. So let's get started. It'd help if I backed up far enough. That ought to do it. Let's do it. hook up the battery. Run these jacks right here down. Easy money. Come over here. Back you up here. Right there. I'm going to use this. Get my wheel out. That down. Come back over here. Well, you can watch that side. You know what I'm going to do? Run the jacks up. And then I can put this right on that ball. Get all this out of the way. Battery pack out of the way. One chain on that side, one chain on this side. It's just easier to use the screw gun. We're in. One chain there, one chain here. And I always put one of these pins in right here. We'll back you up. Going to pull my cable out. There. Here we go. Come down here and get in the action. My cable won't reach without backing up the truck and whatever. I'd have to pull the jacks or the ramps up and all that to back up. So anyway, going to let the jacks down on the unit first. Going up. always put my pins and stuff back together because, you know, I'll lose them. Let the jacks back down under the wheel. I'm hoping I can roll it a foot or two. I don't know. We'll see. If I can, I'll have to do something else, but my cable's not reaching. Easy money. Easy money. Get all my tools up. There we go. I'll just pull it in a ways and then I'll pull my cable back out to it. Like that. I'll pull the cable back out. A lot of these trailers don't have neutral for the winches. I feel sorry for those guys. They have to do this all the way out every time. It'd be horrible. And it's not that the winches don't have neutral, it's just that they're broke. It's like the first thing to break on a winch. If it's me, I'd be fixing it in a hurry. We'll pull this in once you have this view today. How's that? Yes, it would have been faster to back the truck up to it. I know. Over here we got going up the ramp. Starting to get dark already. Don't really look like it in the camera right now, but did I tell you where we're going yet? We're going to Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania. It's only like 514 miles or something. Should be pretty easy. Lots of toll roads though. Them toll roads will get you. that's what's hard about this is the up down. Getting up here, getting back down, getting up here, getting back down. I hooked one chain to the rail, one to the cable. Of course, I put a pin through there. Then I'll make sure you can see it, but over here is a harness for the 7-pin. So the camper has all the lights the trailer does. Got what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna get the pin. Really all I have left at this point is tire straps. Put my ramps away. That's it. These ones are pretty easy. I don't have to tuck them under and all that for length. They're short enough. Let's do a wheel strap real quick. You guys really don't want to watch me do 4 of these, so we'll just do one. You'll get the gist of it. Little rubber grommets, 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock. This is just an idler hook. Goes in there. Yes, I'm sick. I have a cold. Here's the ratchet. I always pull out enough to where I don't have a really long tail. I don't need a tail flapping in the wind. I'll tuck it under here. Like that. You can watch me struggle through the ramps. That's it. All right, I'm gonna do 3 more straps, put my tools away, but this camera's been running the whole time. I'm gonna edit some of this out, of course, but right now I'm at 28 minutes 40 seconds, so another 5 minutes I'll be pulling out of here. So it's not it doesn't take that long once you have a rhythm. And they come off even faster. Now, these ones are easy. You have to tuck them. You have to tuck one, you can add 20 minutes. If you don't know what tucking them is, it's when you have to take the jacks and the propane tanks off from the front. Slide them up underneath each other. Anyway, talk more in the truck. Well, I just pulled into Petro Perrysburg, Ohio, where I always go get fuel, and it was $3.14 a gallon, and all their pumps are closed. So we're not going there. So on the other side of the bridge is the Flying J, and it's $3.19 a gallon, so 5 cents more. You know, if I get 100 gallons, it's $5. So it is what it is. So I'm gonna go over here. That's still cheaper than going farther east. Not by much, but a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill up over here. Should be enough fuel to get there and back and whatever. It's only 515 miles one way, so should be good. But anyway, pull down here. Hopefully their pumps are working. Hopefully. I already did a strap check, wheel bearing check, all that, light check while I was at Petro. And ran in, used the bathroom, all that. So that's all done. All I have to do is just get fuel and dip out. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know that I've been to this. I don't think I have. I always go to the Petro. It's always the cheapest, but not today. And this looks kind of, I don't know. They got caution tape up over some of the pumps, and yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I don't get scammed here. Anyway, I'm gonna get fuel. I think it's about 6 hours from here to Sellens Grove, Pennsylvania. So I'll probably just drive a couple more hours and then park it. Probably still be in Ohio tonight. Alright guys, I made it to Rayona, Ohio, I think it's called, Service Plaza. I got 4 hours to go. I wanted to drive farther, but I'm not feeling that good this week, and I don't know, I feel like I just need to sleep. I got some meds in the truck. I'm gonna take some of that. I got like a head cold, sinus stuff going on. So anyway, it's about 12:30 at night. So I can take off here like 10:30. Get there by 2:30 is my goal. I'm hoping. Because their cutoff is 3:30. So anyway, I'm gonna hunker down, get some sleep, and hit it tomorrow. So it's 12:30, flying through Pennsylvania. I just booked a car. It's 45 minutes from delivery. So my GPS says I'll get to delivery at 3 o'clock. So I'm hoping to be out of there no later than 4. And the broker told me I could pick up till 5:30. However, I just looked up the auction and it says they close at 5. So I'm gonna have like maybe 15 minutes to spare, maybe. I'm gonna have to unload. I don't know, I lost the footage. So what I was saying is I'm gonna have to unload these campers as fast as I can to try to get to the car in time. We'll see. I'm probably not going to record anything because I'm going to try to be super fast. However, it's been like a half hour now and I haven't heard back from the broker, and he's not answering my text. So I don't know. We'll see. You're in the air and so am I. I have no idea what's going to happen. One of the best parts of RV transport is the views. And going through Pennsylvania in the fall, all the leaves turning colors and all that, it's beautiful. If I can get this truck out of my way, where you can see something. And it's, you know, the more beautiful the view, the harder it is to get your phone out and record it. So, yeah. I just went through a spot that was pretty awesome, but figured I'd show you real quick. Anyway, we got just under an hour to delivery. Still haven't heard back from the guy on the car. I did book another vehicle in Madison, Ohio by Cleveland. So if this guy completely ghosts me, I'll have that one for sure, and then I'll try to book something else near Cleveland. So anyway, there's the view. So the broker ghosted me, so just fine, whatever. I don't think I was gonna have enough time. I was gonna get stuck here tonight. They pulled in to where I thought I was gonna unload, and they're like, well, we need you to go down the road to this other lot because we're gonna have a parade here. So yeah, I was too close on time. Gotta roll this tire. I was too close on time, so it's fine. It didn't pay enough to be sleeping here. I can get all the way back and be ready to pick up that other car tomorrow. And once I unload this, I'm gonna get on there and try to book something else in that general area. So I will, it'll work out anyway. First one is almost off. Again, these ones are pretty easy. There's not a lot to it. Once I get to this point, I usually just let it rip. Take the chains off. Pull the hook. Roll it. Good enough. Okay. He's trying to come back. He wants to go home with me. Anyway, I'm going to get the wheel out of there, get everything ready to get the second one going off.
A few moments later.
It's hard to tell, but this is uphill a little bit, so I'm going to have to push it. If it don't roll easy, I'll put wood blocks under my wheels. Since I'm only pushing on that one wheel, it tries to walk that way. See, I'm getting closer on this side. So now I need to push on this wheel to walk it back. really uphill here. Don't want to leave. We had like a foot spare. Anyway, that's probably the hardest I've had to push to get one off in a while, but I could have put I have wood blocks put underneath my rear wheels, you know, do some stuff like that, or I could have just turned around in this parking lot, but I didn't, so I'm gonna get everything picked up, get out of here. Well, that was 25 minutes start to finish. However, they have not even came over here to look at them, so I don't know. I'm gonna pull up here and park, walk over there. The actual building is over there, and see what they want to do. I got the keys out. I'm ready. I just don't know if they want to inspect them or not, so I'm gonna walk over there and figure that out. So I made it to Geneva, Ohio last night to pilot, and it's 22 minutes to pick up the first car. So this first car goes to what's called a Bittergy auction in Kalamazoo, which I've been there before. These are vehicles that people donate, basically for tax write-offs, stuff like that. I don't. Some of them might be for like charities, that kind of thing. So I know the broker, the name of the broker, like on Central Dispatch. So when I see those, I try to get them because I know they pay better, for one, because they come from residential, but also the people that you pick up from are usually kind. Obviously, they just donated a vehicle. They're kind-hearted people. So, you know, you're not gonna run into a rude customer. You know, that kind of stuff. Sometimes you got to have them move vehicles or have them meet you somewhere, that kind of stuff, because you just can't get to them with the trailer. Like, I don't know if you've been watching my videos, you saw me haul a boat that went to Bittergy. That's what that was. Anyway, I did book a second vehicle, which comes from Copart, and it goes to Kalamazoo, and it's like 10 minutes from the Bittergy place, so should work out. I'm gonna get off here. I'll try to get some footage picking this van up. All right, I got the van. Super awesome lady. She was really sad to see it go. But I'll tell you more about that later. I'm on to the next adventure. I found a go-kart on the side of the road, and it looks like the one I had as a kid. And I'm gonna go try to buy it real quick. The road's not real big, and there's not a lot of room. So hopefully the people are there and I can make it happen really fast. I'm gonna try to get cash out of the ATM before I get there, and hopefully I can withdraw. It's like 375 bucks is what they're asking. I'm gonna try to withdraw it out of the ATM. I don't know if my limit is 300 or 500 a day. I'm about to find out. Anyway, see you in a minute. Well, I tried on the go-kart. I called the guy. He said he was going to call his dad to meet me. I ran up to the Loves to get money. Got the money. Called the guy. He can't get a hold of his dad. Sucks. I've been trying to find my son a cheap go-kart because I'm still sick. Because you know, it helps them learn how to work on things, how things work, you know, fuel, stuff like that, you know, how to fix stuff. And he wants to learn. I just need something small enough for him to work on, you know. So anyway, if you got a little go-kart somewhere nearby, let me know. I'm on my way to Copart, get the second car. I'll see you there. Alright, I'm at Copart. This place is tiny. This is the smallest Copart lot I've ever seen. There's my car coming. This guy looks like a pro. He's moving fast. Tell him what to do with my hands, but thank you, sir. I gotta back up and get out of his way. Well, that was pretty fast. I literally just pulled in. So that's awesome. I thought I was going to be here for a while. I was late for my appointment by like a half hour. And you just never know how they're going to treat you if you do that. So anyway. Alright, we're all strapped down. Let me show you guys. They just have the whole front off. And this was probably salvaged because of this bend and that bend. You know, that's why they totaled it. This wouldn't be a bad vehicle, really. It's not horrible. I mean, the parts are in here. They're all damaged, but you'd have all the little brackets and bolts, and there's headlights back there, you know, with all the bulbs and all that jazz. So anyway, I mean, the battery's still good. I'm not going to start it because 106,000 miles. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Anyway, get out of here. I'll show you guys the van later. I know you already seen it, but I'll show it to you in a little bit. It's pretty awesome. Guess what, guys? You guessed it. I'm getting DOT inspected. 12th time in 5 years. Here we go. I did ask him some questions. I'll share that with you once we get out of here. All right. He let me go. All those vehicles over there, that guy, they're all shut down. Out of service. And I'll tell you why. Let me get out of here. So, that DOT officer was super nice. Awesome guy. He told me, I told him, I said, man, this is the 12th time in 5 years. Like, you know, what's up? And he told me that it's because, he thinks it's because I have my company sign, whatever, with the DOT numbers taped to the window. And he told me that, you know, that's what they're looking for, stuff like that. And it's because they're looking for the people switching companies and all that, trying to run extra hours and cheat the system, right? And so all of those, and illegals, right? And so all of those vehicles I just showed you, he said were out of service. And he said that most of them were for English proficiency and for just running illegal, not having the right stuff. And he said that they've been getting a lot of it. So here's what it is. He didn't even inspect my truck. However, he gave me the paperwork that he did, which is awesome. So $300. Thank you, Ohio DOT. Well, here it is. 91 Ram 250 Roadtrek, it says on the top. It's got 3 windows and the skylight. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. The lady told me she even named it. His name is Gary. It's got the solar panels. I'm gonna take you inside of it real quick. I want to show you. It's pretty cool. I asked her if she wanted the rock, and she said no. That's to hold down the mat. So she said that she's been all over with this thing. She's got the stickers to prove it. Washington, Maine. All kinds of stuff. Wall Drug, South Border, Route 66, Yellowstone National Park, Montana, New Mexico, South Dakota. This lady went everywhere. California. But it's pretty sweet. And it runs good. And down here, this is all the paperwork, everything that's ever been done to it. It's got like a couch looking thing here, storage. She even left all of her stuff in there. It's got a refrigerator, sink, microwave. It's got AC, bed. I don't know how to open these. Hang on. Bear with me. Here we go. They're empty. I was curious. She said she left a lot of stuff for the next people. Just curious what they're going to get. A water tank. She said that she was like, I wouldn't be afraid to get in this and drive it to Florida right now. That's crazy. It's pretty cool. I don't know. Little oven there. You know, it's all set up. She even left the stuff down there, like the hoses and whatnot. It's cool. And she even wrote a note in there for the next people. I didn't read it. Let me get it out. Hang on. She left a note with all the stuff about it. And it's got an outdoor shower, pop-up tent. Notes about the black tank. Brake light's always on. Yeah. Whoever gets this, it's going to be lucky dog. Because it's probably going to go pretty cheap. Because people just don't know. And, yeah, it's a gem. It's a gem. Anyway, I'm gonna jump out of here. It's a long ways down. Here we go. It needs tires and whatever, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, that's the van. She was so sad. I thought she was gonna cry. She didn't want to let it go, but she said that she just couldn't do it anymore. She couldn't travel like that. She said she was going to start doing train traveling. Travel all over. She wants to go across Canada on a train and do some other stuff like that. So anyway, 40 minutes to home. I'm gonna sleep at home tonight. I gotta deliver these tomorrow, which should take a couple hours, so we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, it's Thursday morning. I was editing this video last night and it's way too long. So I'm gonna go up to Kalamazoo, deliver. I'm just gonna take a couple pictures. We'll throw those up so you can see where they went, and then we're gonna get into the money. So let's talk money. It's delivered. Bitter G, if you're interested in buying it. Hi guys, it is Sunday and been home for a few days, whatever, but realized I need to finish this video, so, and it's already too long, so let's do some math, and yes, we're gonna do it on chalkboard. So I'm gonna get you in close, you can see what's going on, and we're gonna compare multi-hull to single pole, and we're gonna see what makes more sense. Now, obviously, it was more work doing multi-hull, but it pays more. So let's do it. So it's multi-hull for doing two is $260 a mile, and it's been $260 for a few years. Single pole, we did the pole. We came up with $1.70 a mile, and we went a total of 514 miles to get there. So at $260 a mile, paid me a total of $1,336. Now I had a pull-out fee of $75. That's then bringing the 2 units to the yard for me to pick them up. So now we're down to $1,261. Nice. That's to get there. Now I had two back hauls. One paid $450, the other paid $300, and the company charges me 20%. So after the 20%, my back hauls paid $600, which brings me to a total of $1,861. That's my gross. Now on the way back, it did take more miles. I have it wrote down here. I had 665 miles on the way back. Take more miles. So I had 665 miles on the way back. So it took a little more fuel, right? Now, I average my fuel at 10 miles a gallon. Because on my truck, it shows the last 10,000 miles, and it's right at 10 miles a gallon. So I had a total of, we'll just do it up here, 1,179 miles. So I did 118 gallons of fuel, which costed me at $3.20 a gallon, costed me $377. So that gives me where's it at? So that gives me a total of $1,484. Now that's my bring home after fuel. Now, there's other expenses. We all know that. Everybody has expenses. But this is the base number. Now, I started Monday night. I worked Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday I worked 3 hours delivery. So we can call it 2 days and 2 half days, or we can call it 3 days. However you want to think about it, I'm going to call it 3 days. Now when we go over onto the single pull side, I didn't realize you couldn't see the top, but we're not redoing it, okay? We'll go over to the single pull side, looking at $1.70 a mile, which paid me a total of, this is hypothetical, right? I didn't do this strip, but we're going to do the math for it. $873 minus $35 for a pullout, which brings you to $838. That's to go the 514 miles. Now, you still have to drive back the same 514 miles. So you did you're going to do a total of 1,028 miles, right? 1,028 miles. And I figured it. Oh yeah. So I figured when you're pulling out there, you're going to get 10 miles to the gallon. When you're pulling back, you're going to get 20. Now, these are hypothetical numbers. It could be a little different for you, but I think it's a good average, right? So you're looking at an average of 15 miles to the gallon. So I figured 68 gallons at $3.20 a gallon would be $220 that you're going to subtract from your 838, and you're going to end up $618. Now you can do that trip in 2 days, and it's easier, it's faster, all that. But now you've made $618 in 2 days. I made $1484 in 3 days. Now you're going to go back to the yard and you're going to hope they have another unit so you can keep making money. And you're going to keep, you already went 1,000 miles, I went 1,100, right? So you're going to keep putting more miles. Now, if we change this up here to even $2 a mile, you're looking at roughly 1,030. Let's erase up here, and we'll kind of start over. Make sure you can see the bottom here. If you're looking at 1,030 minus 35 pull out, you're at $9.95. This is at $2 a mile, right? You're at $9.95 minus the $2.20 for fuel. You're at $7.75. So you're still at $2 a mile. You're still at only half of the total pay. So I just wanted to show everybody that, and I'm going to start. Let me get this moved back here a little bit. I know it's chalkboard, and I'm sorry. I don't want to edit all these numbers onto the screen. So I just wanted to show everybody that, and maybe I'm going to start including that on this end of some of the videos, you know, just the difference if I would have done a single compared to a double. And like, as you see, like even at $2 a mile, yeah, it's money. You know, you're making $350 a day or something. This is 3 days. So that's almost $500 a day. You know, it's a difference. This is low actually for my average, which is why I'm going to keep doing this at the end of the videos. Usually I'm at $700 a day. So I'm gonna do this again. The video won't be labeled the same way. It won't have the same thumbnail, you know, single pull versus multi-hull. But I'm gonna start including it at the end of all my videos so that we can keep seeing the difference. So anyway, appreciate everybody for watching. I know this is super long. It's like an hour long. So make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the hype thing if you can figure out how to do it. And as always, don't forget, pray for your country.